Welcome back to On the Volley. As you can see, I'm back in the centre of Rome, outside the Finnegan's Irish pub, the Celtic pub in Rome. Now, last night, watched the game. Our game against RB Leipzig, which, as you all know, we lost 2-0. We've spoken about fine margins before, yeah? And if you look at it, it was fine margins against Real Madrid. We had our chances. We weren't clinical enough. We hit the post, we hit the crossbar. It just wasn't our night, wasn't going in. Shakhtar Donetsk. We had our chances there as well. And last night, against Leipzig, we had our chances. But we just haven't been lucky. Some chances, okay, we should have put away. We should have done better. Hold on a second. Background noise in the centre of Rome. And some chances, we were just unlucky. Like when we hit the post, and then on the rebound, another shot, and it hits the crossbar. I mean, what can you do about that? You can turn around and say, well, excuse me, that the first one hitting the post, okay, but the second attempt should have gone in. Fine margins, that's all I've got to say. Now, we've been on a downward, a dip in form. We've had a dip in form. I think everyone can see that. Our expectations are sky high with this team. And our expectations are sky high. Too much noise in the centre of Rome. Our expectations are sky high. Thanks to our expectations being raised because of the way we play our football. I personally think that we had some great performances, but we probably had some better performances last year in Europe. And I'm going back to the game against Bayer Leverkusen when we lost 4-0. I mean, where the score absolutely did not reflect the game. Because if you remember, the goalkeeper made some outstanding world-class saves. But at least we were on target. We just weren't on target. We just weren't clinical enough, and we haven't been clinical enough. And I think the stats, and I'm stealing this off some information off Instagram and off another YouTube channel. I haven't gone and studied the stats, so I'm not going to take the credit for it. The stats say that, we've had, in the last 4 games, 53 shots and scored 1 goal. Says it all, really. I think there's another thing that needs to be taken into consideration, which is very, very important. I think some of us tend to forget this. This is the first time we've qualified for the Champions League group stages in 5 years. So we've basically, 5 years we haven't been in it. I don't even know which of the players have actual Champions League experience. Maybe James Forrest, I don't know. I'll be honest with you, most of those players, it's their first time. It's their first experience. And, we talk about a learning curve. I think it is a learning curve for them. And the reason I think that is because you've got to look at some of these players. Some of these players, not only is it their first time on a stage like that, but you've got to remember the amount of games they are playing one after the other. I don't think, the Japanese boys were playing as many games. And again, I don't know. I haven't researched it. I haven't had a look. But I doubt they were playing 2-3 games a week. That does take it out of you. Couple that up with, and Ange has came out and said this, couple that up with the intensive training which they do, and make no mistake about it, I'm pretty sure their training is very, very intensive. Matt O'Reilly actually said they train how they play. Last season when he joined, he said that, okay, if you can remember that. You know, and I can 100% believe it. So, you know, you're expecting a rotation. We were missing Jota yesterday, yeah? But it's not a one-man team. It is not a one-man team. We play to a system. Ange plays to a system. And I'll be honest with you, I thought the system was going okay. We just weren't clinical enough. How many times do I have to say that? There's a key word, clinical. Okay, Real Madrid, we weren't clinical enough. Shakhtar Donetsk, we weren't clinical enough. Against Leipzig, we weren't clinical enough. The common denominator there is we just weren't clinical. We didn't play bad football. And if you look at our defence, Carter Vickers and Jens, I thought they were immense. The 2 goals that Leipzig scored were really, really well played, well taken goals. Yeah, you can't even go and criticise the defence, okay? Leipzig have really, really upped their game over the last few months. They started off badly, and I know people saying, oh, well, they only drew 1-1 at the weekend. Yeah, but what team do they put out? I don't know what team they put out. Did they rest some players? I'm pretty sure they rested some players, because I'm pretty sure that their main objective is to qualify. Now, what's our situation? Yeah, our situation, it looks, barring a miracle, that's it. Our European foray this season is over. And if that is the case, then so be it. So be it. Because I've also been, I've been watching, I've looked at some comments on Instagram, I've looked at some comments on YouTube, and I've been reading stuff like Dyson Maeda, okay, should be shipped out. Kyogo Furuhashi, okay, isn't up to it, he's overhyped. Ange, okay, makes wrong substitutions and stuff like that. I'm just going to say what I always say. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But I tell you what, I don't agree with it. I think it's crap, some of the stuff that's coming out. Dyson Maeda is a great player. Yeah, everyone's saying he's only a sprinter, he doesn't know how to play football. No, don't agree with that. I mean, the chance he had, it was a difficult header, it was behind him. Then he had another chance. Yes, he should have been more clinical. But it's not just him, it's everyone. Now we're all saying, start Gigi before Kyogo. Maybe, maybe not. I rate Gigi. I love Gigi. Okay, and I agree that maybe we should be starting Gigi now. But that's not because Kyogo's overhyped or because the guy's not up to standard. He's having a dip in form. It happens. Okay, these players are playing out of their skins. They're running all over the place. They're giving everything. And Ange said it. In his press conference, Ange turned around and said, you know what, okay, I can't criticise the boys. They gave everything. And they did give everything. They gave everything. And that's all you can ask for. Saw some comments on Instagram about, people criticising people that were leaving early. I know what I think about that. If I'm watching a game, I'll stay to the end. Unless, I know the game's over and I just want to get ahead of the traffic, then yeah, maybe I'll leave 5-10 minutes early. 5, probably not 10. I've done it before in the past, so I'm not going to lie. Doesn't mean I don't love my team and I don't support my team. So I'm not going to criticise the people that did do that. If that was the case, then you're going to get some people that are leaving because they're just disappointed. And they just can't take it. And they go. Are these the same people? I hope not. That are writing stuff like this, criticising Maeda, criticising Kyogo, criticising Ange's tactics. I hope not. But I will tell you something, and I've said this before. Angie's going to be with us, okay? 2, 3 years. 3 years is normal, yeah? When he goes, and he will go, we will miss him. And what we don't need, okay, right, is people going out on social media, you know, slagging him off or criticising him or thinking they know better than him. Because if you did know better than him, if I knew better than him, then I'd be managing Celtic, or you'd be managing Celtic. But we're not up to that level. I think we can all be honest and agree on that, you know. Oh, look, I'm disappointed, but what I will do is I'll drink to the fact that Ange has taken a team, turned round, losing, okay, the league before Ange came in with a 25-point deficit, coming in, winning the league last year, winning the League Cup and getting us back into the Champions League after 5 years. I'll drink to that. And I'll also drink to the boys. They gave their all. They've got to improve in front of the goal. You know, were they overawed? Did the occasion get to them? Have they lost confidence? Or is it just a natural dip in form? Or is it all of the above? Hey, I don't know. I don't think you know neither. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of the fact that we were in the Champions League this year. I'm proud of the fact that we gave everything. I'm disappointed, okay, that he's probably finished our foray in Europe. And the only reason I'm disappointed is because I think we deserved more. I think we should have had more. You know, fine margins. If the goals had gone in against Real Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Leipzig, you know, we could have been on, what, 7 points, maybe 9? Hold on. It's loud here, especially with the motorbikes. Anyway, you know, it is what it is. Let's take it as a learning curve for us. I know some of the boys were out there in Leipzig for the game in Germany, and Patrick, who I interviewed, said that the German fan base were excellent. They really, really, you know, took to the Celtic supporters and had a great time. It's also about that. It's also about going abroad, going to places like Madrid, going to places like, you know, Leipzig, okay, and places like that. I don't even know if Leipzig's a place, to be totally honest, okay, wherever it is they play, okay, so going to Germany, you know, and having those away days. And personally, I say, let's win the league this season. Let's get back into the Champions League next year. And I'm sure that we would have learned a lot from this season, and we should do a hell of a lot better next year. That's what I honestly believe. So I'm not going to criticise any of the players. Props to them all. Happy with them. Not happy with the fact that we're out, but hey, you can't complain. We gave it our all, and that's all we can ask for. Improve our conversion rate in front of the goal, and you'll see things changing. Anyway, look, that's it from me. Short and sweet. Me, Shah. I'm out.